Hi, this is Christy, and today we're going to talk about NoodleBib. From the college's homepage, you're going to go to Academics, Library LRC, and from the library's homepage, you're going to go up to the Library tab, and the third one down is NoodleBib. Okay, if you have not used NoodleBib before, you're going to want to create a personal ID and just follow the fields that come up. If you have already a personal ID, you're just going to fill it in below and sign in. Connecting from off campus, you are going to need the username and password, Chesapeake, and then Y65 Mills. Chesapeake's all lowercase, and Y65 Mills needs to be exactly as shown here, with the lowercase and the uppercase. Okay, and you'll just need that the first time you log in. All right, from there, I'm gonna log in. Okay, and you're going to have a list of your projects. If you had classes here before, you may have a few here. If not, no big deal. It'll start to add up as you take classes. And the first thing we want to do is select Create a New Project. All right, APA is defaulted, and that's what you'll be using for this class. There is a choice of MLA, and some of your classes will require that. Also, you'll see that Advanced is selected. You want to keep it to that because we are at the college level. For a description, I usually like to put the course name, and I did this before, and sort of a little bit about the projects. This is for your presentation. That way I know what I'm looking for the next time I come in here, and I would create the project. Most of this page you don't have to worry about. You just want to remember to click on References under Components. And now comes the fun part. Let's say I want to use, let me go back one here, the book I found earlier. Remember when we did the search in the catalog. I really like this. I think it's good for my paper, and I'm going to use this as a source. What you can do, I know this is a book. In this case, I would have physically gotten it from the stacks. So I would go back to NoodleBib, do the drop down, and then there's a selection of all the different type sources you could possibly be holding in your hand or looking at in the screen. In this case, I'm going to choose a book. And I'm doing this simply. You may have harder ones like this with a journal or an ebook, and always ask me questions. I'm happy to help you. So we create citation, and this is another great new tool out of NoodleBib. It's the Show Me. So I chose a book, and this is going to help me decipher what is a book, what's not a book, and help me divvy down what I have to make sure that's the correct source. I do recommend this if you have a journal article or anything, maybe a conference paper, something that's a little more confusing. This is going to help you clarify what this is. Okay? All right. From here, I'm going to continue. And all right, you'll see from here that it's defaulted to print. I do have the option, being that this is a book, maybe it was an ebook and I got it off a website. Perhaps I found it in one of our databases, like I showed you earlier. This would be the point at which I would select, well, database if it was an ebook, and that's where I received it from. But in this case, I got it from the stacks. I found it in our catalog, so we're going to stick with print. Now with print, and print only, and the books, you have this option of the ISBN, and this is just a really neat hint. So if I went back over to this book, normally I would juggle back and forth. I could put up the full display, and I could go back and forth with the author, the title, my publisher information to fill it into each of these spaces. But with ISBN tool, I can go over here, copy my ISBN out of the record, go back to NoodleBib, paste it up here, click search, and it's showing me a possible book, and this is the book I was looking at. I can just select that and import the selected source. You'll see that it's filling in all of these attributes. You just want to give it a quick once over, make sure it is exactly what you have. Do continue, and there you go. It's all filled in. It saves a lot of time. Now again, you can only do this with a book that's in print, but it's a nice little tip with NoodleBib. You'll see this is a good example. If it has a little exclamation point, that means that it's got something to say to you. There's a flaw to what you have typed in there. In this case, it's letting me know that for the first edition, I do not need to have a number 1. So I can delete that. And you'll see that that goes away because I've now fixed it. If you need to do an annotation, you can type that in here. And then we would click submit. All right, so we have your final citation. And what we would do from here then is print export it to Word. If you have more than one source, you want to add them all in here first before you do the print export. But that would be the next step, and then you can add it to your paper and it'll be in the proper format, the right spacing, the right punctuation. So I hope this helps. If you have something that you're really not sure what you're holding on to, you have questions about the citations or what to do with your source, please contact me. You can get to me through the course mail or give me a call. All my information is on the virtual librarian module. And good luck. I think you'll enjoy it.